Nice hat there, Justin.
Nice what?
Turned
Oh
out
yeah,
well.
I just didn't want to look like Dave anymore. I was tired of putting the hat on, so I'm just like, dude, I was doing
I'm
it.
growing it like as I can. I don't think it's going to
Dude.
last too much.
Bro,
I finally got mine cut a little bit, but it's still.
the sides were so bad, and I haven't done this in a couple of years. What's funny is I used to do it every year. I'd pick a time of the year and I just shave it all off. And I figured since we're in quarantine, I've been doing some self-care. I got all my sunspots, dude. I'm actually stoked. I got them all frozen off, so my arms don't look like freaking I do have coronavirus anymore. Yeah, just self-care, man. You got to get these eyebrows under control though too. I got to go see Janine when I'm done with this. But anyways, so I just wanted, of course I started recording after I said all that, but I just wanted to get like in front of this. I know it's really important for us to posture. And what I mean by that is our teams about this $90 gap. And then some of us are doing not only the $90 gap, they're doing the $25 gap. So it's up to $115 off. I'm doing my very best to posture it. I don't really have an issue with it, so it's not becoming an issue. Like I just had another lady order right now, and she's not really seeing a problem with it, even though she's excited about the program. So we just need to make sure we get out in front of this with our teams and with ourselves, because people that are running a 8,000 frontline volume right now are all excited and everything. We got to get it down to the small people too, the people that aren't on this ED group. And then make sure that those people, we're not just relaying it to like, oh, well, Dave's one of my leaders, but is Dave really going to say something to so-and-so? So for example, Dave, don't trust in Mike to just say something. Make sure you go inspect what we expect, right? So don't just tell Mike to go say it to somebody. Let's make sure we're doing our best to get it out there, because next month could be a total backwards, which I expect it to be a little bit, but not, you know what I'm saying? Almost like.
Yeah. We should I'm seriously going to structure the coaching, because a lot of these returning people, I mean, I really wanted them to coach, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be big next month is the coaches coming on board.
Right. And just remember, it's not us. I'm talking to you guys. I know you guys will do it. I'm doing it. It's the same thing like I told Jamil when we talked about it yesterday on our call. He's like, yeah, we need to get it down to our teams. It's not just us. We can all talk it. We're all posturing it. But, you know, people are going to be excited right now. But we have to support that disappointment and let them know. You know what I mean? So that's super crucial. I think other than that, we're trying to work on soft skills right now, really working with verbiage on people. I know a lot of seasoned coaches are reaching out to me for verbiage right now, which is awesome. Because, I mean, dude, I still do it with Jamil every now and then, because I can come across kind of bluntly when I post stuff, and I just want to make sure I'm doing my best version of myself. Even if it sounds good to me, I still ask the dude. And, you know, at this point, sometimes it takes a couple of days to get a response, but it's all good. But yeah, so just make sure we're working with our leaders, make sure we're putting them in positions to lead people, but we're also double checking them. And then, like I said, with the soft skills, so verbiage on how to reference this program. Like, I don't know when she'll decide to post, but Haley referred me 7 people. I just gave her $75 because 3 of them signed up so far. The other 4 I got to follow up with. But she's already saying, like, you know, you're the expert in this. I don't want to give out information. So really layering these clients that are coming in right now, just because there's a discount, that we want to have the soft skills of them not saying, oh, it's Optavia, go check out the website. Like, that's a big thing right now. That's kind of, we got to keep that under control too. Because a lot of new clients came in. Like a lot of new clients, I think over 600. I haven't checked the numbers yet, but that's a lot. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure that it's under control for sharing this with our coaches, how to have them properly share this. And I think that's a big struggle, because everybody goes and Googles what they think it is. Right. And I know this is stuff we've all heard before, but it's not us. Like I said, it's our team down that we have to do that with. So do you guys have any topics you want to talk about? I think the 11 days of ED is going awesome. Do you guys have any good feedback from it? I know, Don, you and Joy's team's got a lot of energy rocking and rolling right now, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I mean, still got 3 days left in this month. It's a lot of time to connect with people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A lot of time, especially with this discount going. We'll see.
I mean, with the $25, it's $299. It's less than $10 a day for this program. That's
yeah. Yeah, which is it's an awesome thing. We gotta next month's gonna be interesting. So, but cool, man. Yeah. Do you guys have any close runners? I know they went over those numbers today. Those numbers are huge, guys. I don't know if you heard when shoot, I can't even think of her name. When she came on and originally did that training for us and all the unprocessed orders, I would go run your numbers today. I would go watch that video again today because their group volume in 1.5 days grew 100,000 because they went back to their whole organization and went in and found orders that clients just didn't even know they were processing. They weren't processing. Their credit card was bounced and they just let it go out till the following month. I mean, 100,000 in group volume went up. I mean, obviously they had a huge organization for it to do that in a day and a half, but that's huge in your business. So anybody who has outstanding credit cards, they didn't know it bounced. Shoot, I just realized that when my business credit card was stolen, I owe Verizon $600 last month. They're like, hey, you owe someone. And I'm like, why didn't you guys notify me sooner? Right. So people have bills going out that they don't even realize, you know what I mean? And sometimes when they're not 100% connected to the program, they're not going to pay attention to that auto direct or whatever. So really huge to check out those numbers. Guys that are close to rank, remember how this works too. Something we talked about, when you have somebody sitting like right around senior coach and they're not there, but you're not paying attention to that person that it's above them, and they're sitting right around senior coach and this person's sitting right around director, and all you got to do is bump this dude up, and then this dude hits executive director, and then that pushes you into integrated national or global, right? So make sure we're not leaving people like hovering, like 5,400 over the next 3 days. Let's partner with them to look for clients. Let's make sure nobody's sitting at like 900 with 4 ordering entities. That could be a senior coach, because that could boost people up a lot in the next 3 days. So Donald, I know your team's doing well. You said you're doing well. Dave, how you guys liking the ED group? What did you think about it?
Yeah, I like it. It's bringing a lot of knowledge. It's bringing a lot of like the little soft skills, the in between stuff that you really get with like partnering with mentors.
Perfect. Yeah, we're trying to collect data right now because I think we're going to start doing it once a quarter.
Yeah.
So every 90 days we'll be doing this same kind of a boot camp, posturing it when it needs to make sense to run it, because the energy right now is crazy, man. I'm sorry?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are we going to do like a sponsoring?
We brought so many clients in this last month and so many new coaches. I think we're up over 100. And I'm talking about Jamil's organization, not just mine. So, but I think we brought in over 140 coaches so far. So that's a lot of brand new coaches. So I think we're going to run a basic boot camp for those coaches, and then we're going to run a executive director and higher boot camp. What we also are going to do is the call we had today. We're going to move that to the dynamic leadership around the 20th of the month, because that's really when you have those last 10 days of the month, like what we're doing right now. Even though there's 3 days left, if you have a whole 10 days to do that, could be huge, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to shift that to, we might even change up that every second Monday of the month call to right around whatever the 20th lands on, whether it's a Monday or a not. It's going to probably be right around there. And then we're probably going to open it up to executive directors as well. So that'll be more of a rock account.
Really, I like that.
I'm sorry?
I said I like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, we're basically, what we're doing is what I'm telling you guys to do is we're trying to get down like as far as we can. So the more we can share with everybody how to do the numbers, because I'm sure what Josh said, he writes it down like Rain Man and it's going through his head like perfectly, but it's going to take a couple months for us to know how to run our back office, how to do all that stuff. And you indirectly or directly may have a coach that comes on that's a runner, that's a numbers guy like a Josh. And if there's a Justin sitting in between there, and I got it now, but when he first came in, I didn't know what he was asking. So it's kind of important to be able to share that with him, because you could move a lot faster too. So we're going to start doing more of that with those trainings. So more of the dynamic leadership will be a little bit more active monthly too. Donald, I think that one golf ball's crooked a little bit. I'm just kidding. I try to count them sometimes. It's kind of weird. Des, how's your team doing?
Doing good. We have some people that have ranked up a couple times and got certified. There's been some really good energy, and I do feel like the 11-day to ED boot camp has been super, super vital to that. Because it not only is it like creating energy within them and they're hearing it from, other mentor leaders, but we're making sure that we're doing power hours. Before it was like at 9 a.m., but since the 11-day ED bootcamp started, we're doing it immediately following so that we can kind of debrief for like 10, 15 minutes. And then we're just like, all right, guys, ready to rock and roll. We mute and then we get into action. So in fact, it's going on right now still because we've been running over our time. We're just in action, just going. So it's been really good. It's been really powerful, I think. And it's nice when you're at that level of excitement that you keep everyone else at that level of excitement. So
yeah, man, partner with them where you can, ride it till the wheels fall off. That's good.
And I saw Jamil just posted for his rank up call. So do you want to do rank up call next week?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I wanted to do that too. So Des, I know you have some people, Donald, do you want to put that together? Or do you want me to do it? I can throw it back. I can throw it in there right now.
Right,
yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get back to that this Wednesday. I think it's gonna be like the 6th, right? Something like that. But yeah, let's do a Wednesday call. Des, we'll have you get on. We'll put some speakers together. So whoever you've had that ranked up. Dave, I think you have a couple people. Who's Wayne and somebody else under Mike?
Dude, something sparked them like crazy these last 2 weeks. They brought on, I think, almost 15 ordering entities last 2 weeks.
I would partner with them hard, man, because they may have gotten spiked because of just the discount, but we have to.
No, so Mike told me they just started posting in the trucker group. So they've never used social media. They've only talked to a couple people and signed up people that saw them and knew them, but they're truckers, so they don't really see that many people until they go to like, so they started posting in those groups and it's just been blown up. And Mike's he's doing pretty good as far as linking arms.
Okay.
With them. And then, I was going to ask about maybe doing a call with you, with Mike and you.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Mike?
That's
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Whatever you need. I'm listening. I'm just adding this to our group. Well, cool. Yeah. So we'll do the rank.
They're trying to keep up with them for sure. They're adding 2-3 people a day. Seems like.
Right. Need to edit. So weird. Every post you do, COVID-19's attached somehow.
Dude, I just want to be back to normal, man. I've had it.
Yeah.
My girls are just going crazy. How you guys doing with all your kids, David?
Dude, slip and slides, those gymnastic pads, bought a little $30 pool from Costco, water, dude, just keeping them busy, that's like, just keeping them busy out back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the 6th. What a good guess.
6th.
So perfect. I actually messed up on the last one, so this one's going to stay April rank up. It should have been March. So this will be same thing. So just don't get confused. And then you guys are still co-hosts, Joy, Des, Donald. So that is created. Cool. Yeah, it's been, to be really honest with you, I've been getting out into the dirt as much as I can. In fact, I just got my trailer back and we went up off Hodge Road for 3 days, which it was kind of warm as hell, but it was still fun just to get out.
Good stuff. Hey, I do have a question, business related. Somebody asked me this, a coach that's been around longer than me on my team asked me about doing a senior coach meet and greet and an ED meet and greet. What is that?
A meet and greet?
Yeah. And I said,
there should be a celebration when they hit executive director. A lot of us don't do that, but when they hit executive director, there should be a celebration call. Joy did that with Linda, but, or Julie. I can't remember. There's so many freaking calls lately.
Like,
Who?
Julie.
Julie. Yeah, Julie. So she did one with an executive director. So it's not a meet and greet. It's a celebration call.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
I know that we do celebrations when people rank up and not just post them, but like, you know, get on an actual call and discover like what they want next. But yeah, the meet and greet part confused me because I'm like, well, you do a meet and greet when they first start.
Yeah, they might have misspoke. Yeah, but definitely we should get better at that. Another thing too, guys, is we need to look at the fact of how many clients came into the organization and make sure that we're doing that amount of celebration calls over the next week. That's something on us we really have to dig into, man, because if you guys really look at the pivotal of what this can be with all these celebration calls, and let's just say 1 out of 5 decides to coach, that's huge numbers for your guys' business. That's 20, 30 clients, or excuse me, 20, 30 coaches in the next 2 months that could come on your guys' organizations each, right? And that can compound over time. So really start to track that. You know, if you have to go back to the old ways of friending the client that they're introducing and adding, you know, messaging them right away once they're friended in the group and they accept your friend request, shoot them a message. Hey, Susie, really excited you decided to join our team. Can't wait to meet you on our first week celebration call. And then note that, write it down. Like I'm trying to do a good job of noting like new people that are coming in, even if it's on a random piece of paper, because you want to be able to track that. If that coach isn't doing that call, then you schedule the call, right? We got to start tracking those systems for a little bit more than just, you know, we tried, but it didn't work out. Like we got to push it a little bit past that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, I mean, everything's going great. We got our rank up calls. Let's fill out the document as fast as possible, please. And then Des, let me know your 2 rank ups. Dave, let me know yours.
Okay.
We could even have Wayne in them. Even though I don't know where they're at as far as rank up, but
yeah, we're trying to get them.
Yeah. So, but let's get them on, and they could even talk about like what shifted for them, right? If they're not what do you call it? If they're not at the rank they want to be at, that's fine, but we can still get them on. They hit director or whatever and say, you know, top 3 tips of like what shifted for you and where it was at. You know, things like that. So Donald, how's Sarah doing? Is she rocking and rolling? I know she's all over the place. We're active.
Yeah, she's brought on 6 clients this month so far.
Good for her.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
And a new coach.
Dope.
And then one of her coaches brought on a coach. So
Nice. Awesome. Well, are you starting to do your walk talks regularly again?
trying, man. I haven't done one in a couple of days now. I did 2 in the last 4, I think. 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get out there right after this.
Nice.
It's hard to be consistent. I don't know if you guys know, too, Claudia's back in the hospital, so she'll be there for 90 days this time.
Here, let me stop recording for